self-managed work teams, cross-functional teams, and virtual teams. So up to these three teams, that is problem-solving teams, self-managed work teams, cross-functional teams are they'll do work with face-to-face interaction, whereas these virtual teams may not meet face-to-face.
Sir, unit number, sir, please.
Unit number 12.
Okay.
12th unit, understanding work teams, page number 112. So these virtual teams have advantages as well as disadvantages, because in virtual there won't be emotional bonding, there won't be any social emotional information, so they don't have satisfaction. Whereas in face-to-face teams, they do have sharing of their skills. There will be facial expressions, eye hand coordination. Then they'll have their own voice modulations, tones, different tones. Then they will have rapport, social rapport. Whereas in virtual teams, they don't have all these aspects. So these are the disadvantages. But virtual teams can do. You can interact with any team member sitting in a one corner of the world. Now world become a global village. You can do work with anybody, and you can complete the work within the stipulated period. So many software companies will do as a virtual team. They will complete the task. So these are the advantages, disadvantages of different teams. Then we'll go to creation of effective teams. In this also, in the last class we discussed about context, that is leadership and structure. Then type of, it all depends on the type of leadership. Then climate of trust. So that is trust of each members in the team. Then only they can do better. Then it is important. It allows the building to accept and commit to their leaders' goals and decisions. Climate of trust. Then performance evaluation and reward systems. Something.
Sudhakar sir, please mute your side.
Performance evaluation and reward systems. In this, for doing good things, you will be rewarded. That is, you can management will see that individual contributions. Then group-based appraisals. Sometimes they will say the profits to the employees. Then small group incentives. Then other things. So they will reinforce the team effort and commitment. So these are the reinforcements. Rewards. We have different reinforcements, that is primary reinforcements, secondary reinforcement, and social reinforcements. So primary reinforcement you can use for the primary section students, all edible things below 5 years age. For doing good things, they will be given some sort of chocolate and ice cream, so on and so forth. So they work better because they are getting immediate reward for their work. Then secondary reinforcement, saying good, very good, okay, well done, keep it up. These are the secondary reinforcements. Then social reinforcement will be rewards and awards, recognition. Then next one is composition. Composition means knowledge, skills, and abilities of its individual members. Team means it all group of members. So in a team, each member contribution is very important. Without each member contribution, team may not function, team may not move further. So in a so abilities of members in composition, abilities of members is important in abilities with respect to their knowledge, with respect to their skills of the individual members. Then this effective performance, team requires 3 different types of skills. Those are technical expertise, technical skills, then problem solving and decision making skills. In a team, sometimes there is some they have crossed across some problem solving, some problem is there, then they have to solve the problem and they have to take good decision, quick decision. Then hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay. So second skill is problem solving and decision making skills. Then as a team, you can able to identify problems first. What are the problems what are the problems facing at that particular point of time? Particular problem. You can take consensus of your team members. Then you can generate alternatives. So you have to note down the different solutions for that particular problem. Then evaluate those alternatives and make competent choices. So for the problem, there may be 3 or more solutions. Out of 3, you have to choose best solution. So you can make choices. Then finally, teams need people with good listening, feedback, conflict resolution, and other interpersonal skills. These are the life skills. That is listening skills. So listen to other person. Then give feedback, whether positive or negative, you have to give feedback. Then conflict resolution. So there may be some conflicts. So we have already discussed about different conflicts. Approach means both plus and plus, both positive conflict. Then approach avoidance, plus and minus. One is positive, second one is negative. In that also you have to choose only one. Then avoidance conflict, that is both negative, minus. In that also you have to choose one. So approach plus, you have to choose only one. Then second thing, approach avoidance plus minus, you have to choose one. Then avoidance minus, you have to choose one. So those are the different conflicts. So the teams requires all these things, that is good listening, positive feedback, then conflict resolution and other interpersonal skills. Then only it will called as a good team, effective team. So all times, all teams may not have all these components. So all team members may not have all these personality skills. Okay. You have to identify some skills among them, then you have to work towards the organization goals. Then second one is personality. Personality means, anybody? What is the personality? Height, 6 packs, hair color. It may not be personality. Personality means includes physical, mental, social, emotional aspects. So in this personality also can be extended to team behavior. So many of the dimensions identified in the big five personality model. So in the big five factor theory, there are different things, different dimensions of personality. That will help the team effectiveness. In the big five personality factor theory, the five dimensions are extraversionism. What is extraversion? Extraversion means extrovert, sociable, friendly nature. That is extraversion. Opposite that, introversion. Introversion means introvert, isolated.
Feel shame. Yeah.
Isolated. So that is one of the dimensions of big five factor personality theory. Extroversion, social, friendly, mingle with others, take initiative to do work. Then agreeableness. So sometimes in a team there are what you call differences of opinions among the team members. So you have to come to a conclusion. You have to take consensus of all members. Then only you can trust. You can build trust one among yourself. Then only your team functions better. Your team do better things. It is called as a effective team. Then consciousness. So in a personality, our personality divided into three categories. That is conscious, our mind, conscious mind, subconscious, unconscious. Conscious mind will occupy only less space in our mind. Subconscious, when compared to conscious, it is occupies a good portion. Then unconscious occupies dominant portion in our brain. Conscious experiences, subconscious experiences, unconscious experience. Here conscious means your immediate memory. What you see, feel, touch, everything is in your consciousness. For example, now our class is a conscious class. Yesterday's class, last month class will be subconscious. 1 year back class will be your unconscious. Conscious, subconscious, unconscious. Immediate memory, short-term memory, long-term memory. If you compare your conscious with memory, immediate memory is right now. What is going on in our class? It is your immediate memory. Short-term memory means yesterday's class. Long-term memory means first year class. Okay. So conscious, subconscious, unconscious. So third one in big five personality factor model is first one is extraversionism. Second one is agreeableness. Third one is consciousness and emotional stability. What is emotion? We have emotions. Emotions are there to express. So now we may come across so many incidents in our day-to-day life. Some student committed suicide because of he has not good score in MSET, NEET. Okay. Then recently, because of this TSPSC issues, some student committed suicide because from 1 year onwards he is preparing for some job. He is job aspirant. Because of this paper leakage, he committed suicide. So that is called emotional instability. They may not cope. They don't have coping strategies, coping mechanisms. Emotional instability. Whereas in the big five factor, fourth dimension is emotional stability. You have to have emotionally stable. You have to take right decision. You have to control your emotions. You can use whatever possible extent. Then only you will call as a emotionally intelligent person. So these team members will have this emotional stability. Then it will lead to team performance. So these are the different dimensions of personality which teams will have. With this, they can do better performance. Then next one is allocating roles. As an individual, as an employer, as a member of the society, we do perform many roles from morning to evening. As a community member, your role is different. As a family, head of the family, your role is different. As an employer of the particular organization, your role is different. You have to perform, you have to satisfy others when you are performing certain roles. For example, as a community member, you have to satisfy your community members, neighbors. As a family head of the family, you have to satisfy your family members, as well as a employer of the particular organization, you have to satisfy your managers, your team members. So people should be selected for a team to ensure that all various roles are filled. So in a team, there are many roles. One should be act as a team leader. Then others will carry forward the decision taken by the team leader of particular project. Then you have to act as a various roles in the team. So they are identified 9 potential team roles for the successful work teams. That is these roles based on their skills and preferences. So every role will be based on your skills and your preference. So individuals will play multiple roles. So managers need to understand the individual strength that each person can bring to a team. So for in teaching learning class also, we do assess strength and weakness of the student. Some student may have good strength in mathematics, good strength in science, good strength in languages. Somebody may do mathematical problems, but weak in the language, English as such. Likewise, so all subjects may not be do better when compared to individual. So we do have some strengths and weaknesses. We do have some good things, bad things. We do strong, and we maybe have strong thing in one area, and we have some weaknesses in another subject or another areas. So somebody good at speaking, bad at writing. Somebody good at writing, bad at speaking, so on and so forth. So you have to assess the strengths of the individual member. Then based on their strengths, based on their capacities, based on their skills, you have to allocate work assignment. So then only they can fit with members' preferred styles. So then only if you match the individual preferences with the team role demands, so managers increase the likelihood that the team members will work well together. If you assess individuals' skills, individuals' strengths, weaknesses, based on the individual strength, weaknesses, you can alert the teamwork, you can give assignment to the individual member in the team, then only he can do better according to the demands of the particular team. This is about allocating roles. Next one is diversity. Diversity means India is a unity in diversity. Diversity means we may have different traditions, customs, values, beliefs, but we are all Indians. Likewise, so in team also they may be having diversified experiences, diversified strengths, experiences, skills, competencies, but you need to do as a team. You need to do work as a team. So most teams activities require a variety of skills and knowledge. So each member will have their own knowledge skills. So that is called diversified experiences, diversified skills, and diversified knowledge. So this could be heterogeneous teams. Heterogeneous means same variety of same skills, same knowledge. Heterogeneous, that is heterogeneous. So in a pharma company, everybody will have same qualifications, same experience. For example, there are chemistry graduates, chemistry postgraduates, chemistry doctorates. That is heterogeneous groups. Sometimes they will have some dissimilar individuals. So when it comes to diversity, you do have heterogeneity. Sorry, homogeneity means same thing. Heterogeneity means diversified skills and competencies. Here, diversity means homogeneity. Sorry, heterogeneity. Heterogeneity means different things, different skills, different knowledge. So that is dissimilar individuals. They are not similar because they do possess different variety of skills and knowledge. So with this diversified skills knowledge, they will do these activities. They use their diversified abilities and information. They do more effective when compared to homogeneous groups. So in this diversified diversity, they do differ in their cognitive abilities, their creativity when compared to homogeneous groups. In diversified teams, they have different personality characters, they have different genders, age, education, functional specialization, experience. Then with these diversified things, that is, they have different personality, different gender, different age, different education, different functional specialization, and different experience. So with these heterogeneous experiences, they increase probability that the team will possess that they will do complete the task effectively with with their heterogeneous abilities. Since we are talking about diversified abilities, diversified skills and competencies. Then size of teams. Always small team do better when compared to large teams, because in a small team we have face-to-face interaction. We may share our experiences, our abilities, strengths, competencies, skills, creativity, adjustment, everything. So in large team, it may not possible to share our all these demographic variables, our socio-emotional learning skills, our cultural background. So that's why always small is better than large team. So size of teams. Think small. Ideally, your team should have 7 to 9 people. They do better. So below 10. So experts suggest using the smallest number of people who can do the task. So sometimes there is a tendency for managers to to do some they do make a large teams. So ideal team is minimum 4 or 5 members. So with the minimum 4 or 5 members, they can develop diversity of views and skills. With the 4 or 5 members also, they do have diversified views and skills. So sometimes managers seem to seriously underestimate how teams have excess members. So always small teams do better when compared to large team. That is below 10 members. So with 4 members also, they will have their diversified expertise, skills and competencies. So natural working unit is larger and you want a team effort, consider breaking the group into sub teams. That is size of teams. The next one is member flexibility. Flexibility means so flexible individuals have members who can complete each other's tasks because flexible members flexibility. You can complete the each other tasks. That is flexibility. So selecting members who themselves value flexibility. So cross training to be able to do each other's job should lead to higher team performance over time. That is flexibility. Then member preferences. So not every employee is a team player. So in an organization, no, every employee may not play as a team player, team leader. So given the opinion, many employees will select themselves out of team participation. When people who would prefer to work alone and required to team up, there is a direct threat to the team's morale and to individual members' satisfaction. So this suggests that when selecting team members, individual preferences should be considered as well as the abilities. So when you are selecting some members for your team, okay, then your individual preferences should be considered as well as abilities also. What they are preferring, then what are the abilities, then what are the personalities and skills. So high performing teams are likely to be composed of a people who prefer working as part of a group. So work is worship. Work is worship. That is member preferences. Then work design. Effective team needs to work together and take collective responsibility. Collective means collaborative work. Cooperative work. Collective responsibility to complete significant tasks. This work team will take responsibility of that completing the work, a significant task. So team is name only. So team in name only. The work design category includes variables such as freedom and autonomy, opportunity to use different skills and talents, skill varieties, the ability to complete a whole and identifiable task or product. So working on a task or project that has a substantial impact on others. So the evidence indicates that these characteristics enhance member motivation and increase team effectiveness. So these work design characteristics motivation because they increase members' sense of responsibility and ownership over the work, and because they make the work more interesting to perform. That is working collaborative, taking responsibility to complete the significant task. Then they make work more interesting to perform because they work in a team with, they will take whether good or bad, they will take collective responsibility of that particular completing the significant task. The next one is process variables. So final category related to team effectiveness is process variables. So these include member commitment to a common purpose. So establishment of specific team goals, team efficiency, team efficacy, and manage level of conflict and minimizing social loafing. First one is include member commitment to a common purpose. Member commitment, your as a team, there should be some purpose. So everybody, every member's commitment is important to a work. Every member of the particular team must do commitment towards the common goal, common purpose. Then establishment of specific team goals. So based on your background, based on your organization climate, organization function, you have to identify specific team goals. Then team efficacy, a managed level of conflict and minimizing social loafing. So sometimes there will be some conflict between the members and top managers, some conflict. So as an individual, you have to minimize the conflict and minimizing the social loafing. Then in the team task for which each member's contribution is not clearly visible, there is a tendency for individual to decrease their effort. So social loafing, in other words, illustrates a process loss as result of using teams, but team process should produce positive results. So social loafing means, for instance, represents negative synergy. The whole is less than the sum of its parts. This is based on the whole to part learning, that is insightful learning. The whole is less than the sum of its parts. So on the other hand, research teams are often used to research laboratories because they can draw on the diverse skills of various individuals to produce more meaningful research. So we'll come to this. The whole is less than sum of its parts. For instance, primary classes, science, will study first according to our difficulty level. Primary section science students will study a lesson on human body. Okay, total whole to part, top to bottom, that is whole to part learning, insightful learning. So whole is less than sum of its parts. Based on the theory, primary sections we do study human body first, then next lesson will be on sense organs, then followed lesson by different systems, the circulatory system, respiratory system, digestive system, then excretory system, so on and so forth. So this is about simple to complex, known to unknown, concrete to abstract, step-by-step learning. So common purpose. Common purpose means they for doing anything is some purpose is there. We are learning, we are pursuing MSc psychology because we may have some common purpose. So effective teams have a common and meaningful purpose that provides direction, momentum, and commitment for members. So this purpose is a vision. It is broader than specific goals. So again, this purpose divided into different specific goals, that is common purpose. Second one is specific goals. Successful teams translate their common purpose into specific, measurable, and realistic performance goals. So common means general. It is a general thing. There is no specific things. It is a common. Whereas specific goals, these are the successful teams translate their common purpose into specific, measurable, and realistic performance goals. So general goals, general general goals are different from specific goals. So general goals, they do have some purpose. It is broader than specific goals. So common goal is broader than specific goals. So goals lead individual to higher performance. Goals also energize teams. So these specific goals facilitate clear communication. They also help teams maintain their focus on getting results. This is about specific goals. Then team efficacy. Team efficacy means team members have confidence in themselves. That is team efficacy. Team efficacy. They believe they can succeed. Okay, I will do. I will learn. I will do. That is team efficacy. So building team, effective teams, building confidence in themselves, in team members, confidence in team members. They believe they can succeed. Okay, I will succeed in the examination. I will succeed in the interview. So we call this team efficacy. So succeed breeds success. Success breeds success. Teams that have been successful raise their beliefs about future success. So which in turn motivates them to work harder. So if anything can management do to increase team efficacy? Okay, so with team efficacy only you can do better. It can yield good results, good positive results. So the greater the abilities of team members, the greater likelihood that the team will develop confidence and the capability to deliver on that confidence. Okay. So the greater the abilities of team members, the greater the likelihood that the team will develop confidence and the capacity to deliver on that confidence. That is team efficacy. Next, conflict levels. Conflict and a team is not necessarily bad. So this conflict may be, as I told you, positive, plus minus. So conflict may not always bad. Sometimes there will be some positive conflict also. So teams that are completely void of conflict are likely to become apathetic and stagnant. So some teams always face different conflict. So they have stopped somewhere. That is called stagnation. There won't be any growth. There won't be any performance. Stagnant. They are stagnant. So conflict can actually improve team effectiveness. For example, we do exam fear. Yes. Before exam, everybody feel that
Yeah, we
something
feel. Yes.
something there in our mind. So if I miss this exam, if they are not prepared, if they have not covered all these units, then if I go to exam hall with blank face, I will not do better. It yields I may be get less marks. Sometimes I may fail.
Yeah.
So examination fear is helpful the individual to certain extent. Okay, anything too much is very bad. So examination fear, examination tension will improve the individual to do better in the examination, to prepare well, to study well, to grasp well. That is some extent. Whereas some people will have extensive fear. Okay, they will skip the exam because of fear of failure. So I have not prepared well for the exam. If I attempt the exam, I may fail. So I don't want to attempt the exam. So I will skip the exam. I will write the next time. That is fear of failure. Okay. So this conflict may helpful to some extent. So sometimes examination fear also helpful the individual to perform better. So this bad conflict sometimes always not good conflict. Sometimes some good conflicts also there in a conflict level also there for the team. So teams that are completely wired to conflict are likely to become apathetic and stagnant. So conflict can actually improve team effectiveness. Because of this conflict, it will improve team effectiveness. Likewise, examination fear also improves performance in the examination. Likewise, this conflict also improves team effectiveness. But not all types of conflict. Okay, not each conflict will help the team effectiveness, but some conflicts will help the team effectiveness. So relationship conflicts, those based on interpersonal incompatibilities, tension, and animosity towards others are almost always dysfunctional. So this is about personal things, personal interpersonal relations. Then tensions toward others. So these may leads to dysfunctional, not team effectiveness. It will be stagnant. So team's performance is non-routine activities. Sometimes disagreements among members about task content. Sometimes it is often beneficial because it lessens the likelihood of groupthink. So task conflict stimulate discussion, promote critical assessment of problems and options, and can lead to better team discussion. So effective teams will be characterized by a appropriate level of conflict. For example, in any question paper, we may find difficulty level. Some questions may be attended by the below average student, some questions above average, some questions average students. So we may have different questions, that is essay type, short answers, then one word answer, multiple choice questions. But now we are following objective type questions, question and 4 alternatives. When you go to NEET or UGC, CSR, KRF net exams also, we do follow the same objective questions. One question will be there, then 4 alternatives. Likewise, this conflict may stimulate discussion, promote critical assessment of problems and options. So each question will have different options, ABCD options, 1, 2, 3, 4 options. Then can lead to better team discussion, So effective teams will be characterized by an appropriate level of conflict. So this conflict, it means not all conflict may not improve the team effectiveness, but some conflicts will help the team effectiveness. So some examination fear, some examination tension, to some extent it will help the individual to perform better in the examination, to prepare well for the exams. So effective teams will be characterized by an appropriate level of conflict. So this conflict will always work behind the improvement of team effectiveness. That is conflict levels. Then social loafing. It means individuals can engage in social loafing and cost on the group effort because their individual contribution can't be identified. So effective team undermine this tendency by holding themselves accountable at both the individual and team level. So in each team, everybody contribution matters. So each member of the team should contribute some way or other. You have to contribute. You have to use your skills, experiences, creativity, everything. So in a social loafing, they may not accountable at both the individual and the team level. Okay, there are 10 members in the team. Why do I contribute? Why do I do the work? Okay. Likewise, each member will think, so nobody will contribute nothing. So the team may not be an effective team. So successful teams make members individually and jointly accountable for the team's purpose. So if you make each individual as accountable of their work, then only they will perform better. So accountable for the team's purpose, goals, and approach. So members are clear on what they are responsible for individually and what they are responsible for the jointly. So in a team, there are 10 members for doing some project. So each member has to contribute the team effectiveness. They have to take, you have to make the team, you have to make accountable of the teamwork, team performance. Each member has to play a role. Each member has to have accountability, individual as well as team. Individual, they are responsible for the individually and as well as jointly. This is about social loafing. Then next one is turning individuals into team players.
Team players.
Team players.
Yes.
So at this point of time, we have made strong case for the value and growing popularity of teams. But many people are not inherently team players. What is inherent? It is by birth nature. By birth, somebody have some skills to become a team, to become a leader. Okay.
Innate.
The inherent tendency. Inherently, they have team play by birth. They are they can maintain. They have some characteristics, the personality traits that he will act as a team member. Everywhere he will act as a team player. He will become a leader. So the people who want to be recognized for their individual achievements, there are also many organizations that have historically nurtured individual accomplishments. So with this team leaders achievements, team leaders accomplishments, many organizations have grown bigger because of their leaders achievements, individual achievements, and their individual accomplishments. So they have created competitive work environments in which only the strong survive. Okay, it is based on the survival of the fittest. Okay, during pandemic also, those who have got good immunity, they have survived and they have come from the out of this corona effectiveness. Then otherwise, somebody with low immunity,
Many have died, sir.
it all depends on the immunity.
Yeah.
So sometimes now also many people suffering from
Influenza. Influenza.
influence of the COVID.
Yeah.
Though that is survival of the fittest. So in any organization, strong persons with their strong individual achievements, with their individual accomplishment, they survive, and then the company also will grow because of their employees' performance, employees' accomplishment, employees' individual achievements, employees' individual achievements and accomplishments. Then next one is challenge.
Challenge.
Challenge means it is a substantial barrier to using work teams in individual resistance. Some challenge based on the individual, challenge based on the project, challenge based on the managers, challenge based on the organization. So you have to face challenge. Every day is a challenge.
Yeah.
Yesterday we compared government and private employees.
Yeah.
So for private employee, each day, each time they will face lot of challenges. They have to meet lot of people. They have to they have to do lot of challenging work, challenging tasks. Whereas government employees, they don't have that much the scope.
They might be having, sir.
They might be having, but when compared to this thing,
Yeah.
they are a little comfort. They are in comfort zone.
Yeah,
Comfort
little
zone.
less. Yeah.
So there won't be, when compared to this work stress, when compared to government and private, then private is less, more work stress, more target. They have to reach targets monthly, quarterly, half yearly, annually. This challenge may be different type, that is task oriented, then individual oriented, then the challenge for management is less demanding when teams are introduced where employees have strong collectivist value, such as in they have given this company in Japan and Mexico. So the ability to be a good team player was a basic hiring qualification and had to be met by the all new employees. So as a team, you have to do high performance. You have to do good achievements, individual achievement and individual accomplishment. Then only you will become a team player, team leader. Then shaping team players. So they have given some opinions about individuals into team player, that is selection. Then
training.
Training.
Rewards.
Selection. So for any selection, there will be written test, group interview, and group discussion. First phase, second phase, third phase. So in the selection process, so people already possess the interpersonal skills to be effective team players. So while hiring team members, so you can addition technical skills required to fill the job. So basic things
Yes.
for a filling a particular job. During selection, what are the technical skills that the team player have? Then the candidate can fulfill their team roles as well as the technical requirements.
Yeah.
Okay, as a team, you have to mingle with other members. You have to play many roles, and you have to he has to do lot of technical requirements, whether he is having technical experience or not. During selection, the company management will look after all these things. So many job candidates doesn't have team skills. So he's having a good experience, but he may not mingle with others. So in a team, he may not shoot for the group work, teamwork. So sometimes it is true that true for the socialized around individuals contribution. So some may be having extrovertism, some extroverts. Extrovert can go any extent, can mingle with anybody. He will become friendly with others. He may become within short time he will become a team player. Whereas introvert he may not do because he is having some personality inhibitions. So people typically become casualties to be the team approach. So those having good personality traits, those having good interpersonal, those who possess good interpersonal skills, and those who can play team roles well, and technical skills, they will got selected in the post because of their interpersonal skills, because of their team skills, because of their personality, because of their technical skills,
Technical skills.
because of their socialization skills, because of their personality. That is about selection. Then training.
Yeah.
So every organization will select the individuals. First, they may not assign the work. Again, they will go for training. Training towards reaching their goals, their organization goals. So after selection,
Yeah.
1 or 2
Like
years
internship,
maybe,
sir. Internship.
internship.
Yeah.
In our government job also, we
Yeah.
have this 2-year tenure. During the training, they will give lot whole of things
Yes.
about the organization, individual level, then what is the work culture, then what is the workforce, then style, everything during the internship, during the provisional period.
Yes.
That is training. So for example, you can take example as a B.Ed course. It is a professional course. We do take the students, cream of the state student will come to our B.Ed course. We'll select them. Then we give intensive training for 2 years, 4 semesters. In our course, 50 plus 50, 50% theory, 50% practicals.
Practical.
So they need to attend all the theory classes. They need to write internal assessment. They need to do projects. We'll evaluate them. Then we'll award the marks at the end of the semester 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. So after selecting them as a B.Ed student, then we'll give the training. Likewise, many organizations will select the individuals based on their personality traits, based on their technical skills. So they'll do training, internship. So during the training, they will train different skills. That is importance of individual accomplishment, and some specializations, special trainings, so on and so forth. It all depends on the organization. Then rewards.
Like promotions.
So this training will
benefits
be
and-
different from organization to organization. For example, software company, they have different training system, whereas in other organizations, they have different training system. So rewards means
Promotions, pay scales, raising the ladder.
promotions, salary hike, and awards and rewards
Yeah.
for the recognition for the individual as well as team level. So the reward system need to be networked to encourage cooperative efforts rather than competitive ones. So for example, in teaching community, every year they will select state best teacher from the school, college,
Yeah.
and university. Every year during this Teachers' Day, that is 5th,
Yeah.
September 5th. That is Radhakrishna birthday and Teachers' Day. So every year they will choose state best teacher. They will give awards in the state level. Likewise, these awards may be reinforced. They will motivate the employee
Individual.
to do better because of external awards. They enhance their contribution. So salary hike, promotions, so on and so forth. So it will motivate the individuals in the form of salary hike, then recognition should be given the individuals for their effective collaborative team member. Then it will also intrinsically motivate the individual. We have two types of motivation: extrinsic motivation, intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic means awards and reward. Intrinsic means within the individuals. Individuals satisfaction. They do better for the employment, for the organization support, for the organization welfare. This is about rewards. Next, we have
Team and
teams
quality.
and quality management. These teams and
Types of
quality
teams.
management, again, we will discuss about problem
Types
solving
of
teams,
teams.
self-managed work teams, cross-functional teams,
Spiral teams. Virtual teams.
virtual teams. First, we'll discuss about problem solving teams. So in problem solving teams, meaning is there in this thing only. Problem solving means they need to solve the problems of team members, individual as well as team, as a team. Okay, some problem is there, they need to resolve themselves. That is about then they work for the quality work. They need to work, they need to do teamwork. Then they do perform better. So that is problem solving teams. Then next one is self-managed work team. So yeah, problem solving team, it so it is based on their working hours. Now we follow 8 hours, no, per day. 8 hours, 8 hours period in our
Yes,
same. That is
3
same.
shifts for 8 hours.
3 shifts for 8 hours. So during this problem solving team, members share ideas or offer suggestions on how work process and methods can be improved. So they discuss how to work, how to do, how to process the work. Then, so in this problem solving teams, rarely they give the authority to unilaterally implement their suggestions and actions. But and the most widely application that so during in these problem solving teams, they do take suggestions from the members, but they may not implement. So members don't have, individual members don't have any authority to take in the implementation of their suggestions. That is problem solving teams. Whereas self-managed work teams, though this problem solving team did not go far enough in getting employees involved in the work related decisions and process. But in the self-managed work teams, they do experimentation with truly autonomous teams. These groups employees perform high related and interdependent jobs and take on many responsibilities of their former superiors, supervisors. So problem solving teams, they do suggest how to do work, how to proceed, but they don't have any share in implementation of the things. Whereas these self-managed work teams, they do involve in the decision making process. They do experimentation. Then to do this, they do take many of the responsibilities of their supervisors. These responsibilities includes planning and scheduling of work, assigning tasks to members, collective control over the pace of work, making operating decisions, and taking action on the problems. So fully self-managed work teams even select their own members and have the members evaluate each other's performance. So they have autonomy, they can select their members, they do work, they do everything. They will take responsibilities, they will do all sort of actions to resolve the problems. This is about self-managed work teams. So moreover, while individuals and the teams do tend to report higher level of job satisfaction because they have autonomy, they can do better, they don't wait for the team leaders instructions. So that's why they are having high level of job satisfaction. So the effective of self-management team is situationally dependent. So every individual tend to take responsibility, then only this self-managed work teams do better for the quality management. Next one is cross-functional teams.
Cross-functional teams.
So these teams made of employees from about the same hierarchical level from different work areas. So they come from different background. They work, they
To
come
accomplish
together,
a task.
accomplish a task. So many organizations have used horizontal boundary spanning groups for years. So this cross discipline work teams exploded in the late 1980s. Before that, these carbon teams were not there. Then last, virtual teams. So up to now, this problem solving teams, self-managed work teams, cross-functional teams work face-to-face, whereas these virtual teams may not do work in a face-to-face manner. Virtual teams use computer technology to tie together computer technology. They use computer technology to tie together physically dispersed members in order to achieve common goal. Everything they will take responsibility. They use computer technology to do the work done, to complete the project. So virtual teams can do all the things that other teams do. Okay, they do all planning, selection, planning, everything, but they may not meet physically, face to face. There won't be any face to face interaction. They can include members
Nowadays,
from the
work
same
from home.
organization or sometimes they may take